Joining us once again is Dr. James Baker from the University of Michigan. Dr. Baker, let's just start with what you think is most important for people to know about this new variant of COVID-19.
I think the most important thing that people should know is that we should continue to do the same things to mitigate this pandemic that we've always been doing. The fact that this may be somewhat more contagious really doesn't change the equation. It's not resistant to the vaccine. It doesn't cause any different problem than we've had before.
So quite a bit more contagious, but not more severe in terms of symptoms or being more deadly.
Yes, and the degree of contagion isn't really clear right now. Part of the reason we have all these infections right now is not because we have a more infectious virus, but because there's so many infected people spreading it.
Help us understand how this young man in Colorado would get this strain if he hasn't traveled, he hasn't been outside of his area. Walk us through how the virus spreads in this case.
Well, it's pretty obvious. If this virus is in rural Colorado, it must be across the United States. And it got there either because of someone traveling through the area, or it might have been, transmitted 3 or 4 times before it got here. In any case, this suggests that the virus is across the United States, that it's probably been here for some time, and that it's something we're going to have to deal with.
So how do we continue to track it, whether it's this mutation or any others that are potentially out there in the weeks and months to come? Are we testing enough? How will we investigate this further?
Well, we don't do what they're doing in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, they're actually getting the sequence of the genes of every virus isolate they find. So in fact, they know very early on whether or not there's been a change in either the dynamic or in the virus itself. We aren't doing that yet. A few places are doing it at academic labs or in the University of Colorado. But I think we need to start looking at that across the country as a way to really monitor the spread of this virus.
And really trying to wrap our minds around how viruses mutate. In this case, it is more contagious, but not more severe. Is there the potential that another mutation could be more severe, could be more deadly, that we should be concerned about or at least on alert?
Well, RNA viruses like this one mutate all the time. And it's interesting that most of the mutations we've seen have made the virus less contagious and not more contagious. So if this is more contagious, it could be unusual. I think that we'll see that there'll be continued mutations. We have not seen anything like with flu where it changes the virus so much that it escapes the vaccines. But I think we need to be vigilant and make sure that we look for those types of events.
Okay, and you brought up the vaccine, Dr. Baker, just a moment ago. How do we know yet, because this variant is so new, that the vaccine does work on this one particular mutation?
Well, they could take these viral isolates of the new London strain and mix them with blood from people that have been vaccinated and show that that blood will neutralize the virus. So it's actually a pretty straightforward technique. It's only when the spike protein, the protein that's in the vaccine, is truly mutated tremendously that you get an escape from the vaccine protection.
Well, I appreciate you walking us through that. And the word to the wise tonight is continue to be vigilant, continue to take the safety measures to prevent the spread, correct?
And continue to get vaccinated.
All right. Appreciate your time, Dr. Baker, as always. Thank you.
Thank you.